And we're back.
Yep. Howdy.
Hello, howdy, and how y'all
Everything
doing?
good? Everything sound great? In 1080p?
Yeah, all
Looking-
upgraded.
Looking all amazing in our upgraded amazingness.
And well, I got Eat More Possum here. Yellow Rose, I just talked to Lee here a minute ago. Covaxin, again, thank you very much. And congratulations to you too. The both of you, actually. Those that have not seen it, I'm gonna share it as right now. Where's that? There we go. Chuck and Lori got nominated and won Best Mini Documentary at the Syracuse International Film Festival. So, congratulations.
Very good.
Quite an accomplishment. So, yeah.
Major award.
That's, yeah.
And it's hard. It's making films is very subjective.
So, now we have an award winning.
Yeah, he does a lot of interesting locations for sure.
And well, actually, Chuck and Lori's videos always something I look forward to. So, let's see. We got Jim Stroning here. We got Drone Delirium. Hey, thank you, East Coast. Yeah, my Facebook was dinging all day long. But I appreciate everybody that reached out to me for the old birthday today.
You had the same birthday as my son. Same birthday week. Tomorrow.
He's tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, this September week seems to be a very popular week.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
My kids get the same delayed reaction, just so you know.
Yeah.
I actually talked to him yet. The kid that's birthday is tomorrow, yesterday, because I thought I missed it because I saw a card in the mail. I'm like, oh crap, I missed it. So I called him. He's like, 2 more days. Oh my God, you'd think I was polygamist or something.
So anyway, yeah. Again, congratulations to Chuck and Lori. That's way cool, way awesome. You did good. So
Yeah, it is cool.
And thank you, Mike. Mike's here. Michael flies on FPV. Mikey. So what's for dinner tonight, Chuck? Who's cooking? I have to ask. But yeah, so we had a couple releases. Pizza night. So Chuck did the cooking tonight. He picked up pizza on the way home.
I usually go for sandwiches. Sandwiches are closer than pizza.
And thank you, Scott. Jack Rabbit. Yeah, he paid. Yeah, that's what I meant. You cooked. So, but no, we had some releases. We had a new webcam come out today.
Yeah.
The Insta 360 link Two.
Yeah, they got one that's swivels and one that's stationary. And I don't know what I think the swivel camera is a bit not necessary at this point. I don't like a moving gimbal on a stationary camera for the purpose of vlogging. For computer work. I don't think you need that unless I guess if if you have a conference and you're up and you're at a board and you've got I could see that then, where you're doing something live. Um I guess that's where that would come in. I'm just thinking, because there's so much they can do with a stationary camera. I mean, DJI is already doing it. So it's basically cropped down and basically put you in center frame, just lose some resolution, which even isn't necessary. That one I'm surprised they didn't do that with because they have the ability to do it. And maybe it does do it. Maybe it's something in their firmware update that's coming. But that's the
That's the one was the gimbal, and then you got the one without the gimbal.
yeah. And all they have to do is just make a nice big 4K image and then crop it to 2.7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Or just
I mean,
use a 4x3 sensor. They can use a 4x3 and do that.
yeah,
Or do it
but I
close to
mean,
it.
if you invest this kind of money, it's either 150 or $200. Yeah,
They
you're into it.
they have a good camera. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If I if I had a notion to do something, okay. So one thing that I can say right away from the swivel is that the big problem you have on your, say you stationary mount that, say on top of your screen,
Yeah.
um, you do need slight adjustments, and it really sucks. Here's a good example. Say I want to work on my workstation. I have to move my camera physically this direction so I can move over this far. Now I'm heads up on my workstation. And with a swivel camera, that would do that. But you could also do that with a stationary camera. It just because it doesn't have to move that far. It just in I mean, how much resolution do you need with a live stream? I mean, crap.
But I
I
mean, it's got a half-inch sensor in it, so that's pretty healthy for a webcam.
Yeah.
4K 30, 1080, 60, 720, 60, 360, 30 only. That's kind of odd, but then it does the portrait at 4K 30 as well. So there must be a square sensor in there.
Right, which is nice because you can get that extra. Yeah, portrait mode, you got the phone people, the people that do reviews.
Yeah. Shorts.
Yep, shorts people. Shorts are you don't see too many.
Video coding in H.264.
It's just for a camera, for a web camera now, and you pay $200 for a web camera. There's just so much out there right now that's cheaper.
No, I mean, there's so much that's more expensive too, like, using a Sony ZV-1, like, some
Yeah, you could.
people.
Well, for a down. Well, it's for downward shots. When you're doing product,
Yeah,
showcase stuff. I think if for that, if you can get a Sony, you know ZV-1F or whatever, with a 1-inch camera, that to me that would be perfect for product showcase. The fixed lens, and you don't need any bokeh, you don't need anything depth wise, so you just shoot straight down right onto a solid surface, and you just need good, nice, clear imagery. You're going to bring in studio light anyway.
yeah. Well,
But yeah, I think they're great. I love their cameras. I think they've got some really, I like everything they do, really. I'm excited for their action release. I really am. I think they always do one step more than everybody else. I love their flip up screen. I love the fact that they kind of they brought in the better the the quad bear sensor, the stack sensor. I think that's really cool. You could see like in the footage, I really didn't really see my footage until I threw it together. But on my Action 5, you can see that there's so much light coming in that I had to knock the EV down. I just left it on. I just turned it on. And on my Action 4 shot, that wasn't fair because that was getting it wasn't getting a normal 10-bit. That was getting a D-Log 10-bit M, and that made it a little unfair. It made it darker and more. It made it more real. I needed to do some highlights on it, but I would have done that anyway in post. I just left it all naked the way it was, and the Pocket 3, just, I don't care what you do to the other two cameras, the Pocket 3 is just way superior. There's no question about it. There's the Pocket 3 camera. If you're going to do outside vlogging and you're going to do anything outdoors except for action sport, the Pocket 3 is the best camera available by far. There's not even a question for how small it is and what it does. And it just totally takes care of you. But I'm gonna put the Pocket 3 and the Action 5 side by side in their panning modes. So that would be interesting to look at. And then I'll try to make the Action 5 look as cool as possible, messing around with
And here's your flame endorsement. Chuck and Lori have a Pocket 3, one each.
yeah, it's so easy, and you just can't screw it up. To me, I screw it like I screwed it up already with that side by side over there. But as long as you know what each of them is doing, I think you're fine. And the Action 4 and Action 5 are the Action 4 is better because it's cheaper. Period. Done. You just want to go there.
But you already kind of mentioned the Action 5, and I want to kind of pick up on this little bit of controversy that
oh yeah, you go right for it.
On.
They're different sensors. Yeah, they're different.
Well, no, I'm talking about the megabyte per second there on the Action 5 not being 100 megabit compared to GoPro, and I'm
the bit rate.
Yeah, the whole bit rate thing. And thank you, I couldn't think of that right now. But the whole bit rate controversy that's going on there, and are we that junked out on specs already that they're nagging on the Action 5 over a lower bit rate, yet it doesn't overheat. And I think that's the compromise they did. They lowered the bit rate in order to keep the damn thing from overheating.
Yeah, I think, like, there's comments like Jim saying that the Action 5 is washy. Oh yeah, it is. In comparison to getting back into the bit rate thing, to me, they're all good. You just got to set them up right. So you can actually add the Ace Pro in there, throw all those cameras together and do a shoot off. And the person with the best, the one that knows their camera the best, is going to make their footage cool. They're going to use their 10-bit. They're going to use, they're going to get it. They're going to put their own LUT in there. They're going to make sure that the image, or the video is right for the scene. that somebody's not too sharp. You can do all of that with all these cameras, regardless of the bit rate.
Either Ben is early or time flies. Ben must be early. Okay, it ain't time to go yet. Is it? I mean, I do have to keep it short because I do have a dinner engagement. But and I gotta deal with something here real quick. So all these guys that talk about German chocolate cake. Yeah. I've never heard of German chocolate cake till I came to the US. Okay. And there's one thing that I do know about German chocolate cake.
It's not German.
It has nothing to do with Germany.
Is there a story?
It's the guy that came up with that cake. His last name was German. And that's why it's the German chocolate cake. And was the baker that came up with that cake. Has nothing to do with Germany. So
Ted German.
Sam German. If you were to look for a chocolate cake in Germany, everybody probably would refer you to Black Forest cake.
Yeah, I love Black Forest cake. That's
Black Forest cake is the bomb if it's done right. And it might be slightly skewed here, but my mother's my mother's Black Forest cake is the absolute bomb. Because there's several family members that ask her to make the Black Forest cake for birthdays. So, but yeah, I kind of had a this.
Let's get this correct. I'm trying to find the most beautiful version of what I would consider to be German chocolate from the standpoint of what I would like to see. This one is really kind of good here. Let's see here. There we go. It's on flowers.com. Ooh, this one looks pretty good here. Let me share this one out here. Let's see here. Share screen. All right, there we go. This one is. It's got so it's got the crumbly chocolate. You got this layer of kind of gooey stuff with chocolate drizzle, and then you got a little bit, but that's got the right there. That gooey stuff has got all of the coconut in it. See, the only thing that makes it a German chocolate cake is they put coconut in a chocolate cake. It's a chocolate cake with coconut. That's what they should call it. Coconut chocolate, but that one looks good. That one. But that's not Black Forest is a totally different world.
Yeah, and I'm about to pull that the Black Forest.
Yeah, I don't you don't see any in this whole. Oh man, there's some really good ones there. Woo, man, this is making me hungry here. There we go. Yeah,
Black Forest cake.
Yeah, you got the cherry, and then you got the grated chocolate on the top there,
and the sides. That is a proper Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. Black Forest cake.
Yeah, it looks yummy. Samuel German. All right, let me get that.
Yeah. So it's
I'm just getting hungry right now. There's a bunch of really good cakes in front of me right now. I gotta close that right now.
I admire your self-control there, Chuck.
Well, you probably can taste some bad Black Forest cake. Probably something that's dry that somebody didn't. That usually they don't know how to mix the ingredients together. The creamy part, the cherries.
The secret to black forest cake is booze, as was
Yeah.
any proper German recipe. There's going to be some sort of booze involved. Okay.
Why did they put booze in candy? That's just like nasty. I had some last night.
What do you have? The brandy filled
Yeah, one of those dark chocolates with.
beans?
Now, I don't mind if it's mixed into the filling, the creamy chocolate, but if they just put the liquid in there where you bite into, I bit into some like the schnapps kind. You're
Mm-hmm.
like, it's like getting a shot.
Yep.
It's like, whoa. Our German friends keep bringing it back from Germany,
Yeah.
and they come and they give us a box of that stuff, and you can pop 'em after dinner mints.
Yeah.
They're just different. I think as Americans, we have really like muted chocolate. It's milk chocolate. We're kind of accustomed to that, and there's more dark chocolate around the world than that. Most chocolate you'll taste in anywhere other than the United States is mostly dark chocolates of some kind. At least that's what I've experienced. That, and they put a lot of hazelnut and stuff like that in there. But yeah, I was gonna.
Unfortunately, the best place for black forest cake is no longer.
Fredericksburg has a chocolatier who makes boozy chocolates. That's what Ben said. If I lived in Fredericksburg, I'd be 300 pounds. Going to the boozy chocolate place every once in a while. Yeah, I've my daughter and her boyfriend, they like to pick up and they get sent chocolates from different parts, New Zealand and Australia and stuff. So we get these really interesting chocolates, but most of them are dark. And that kind of slows me down because I can any kind of like milk chocolatey things are easy to eat. Dark chocolate, you have a limit. And I think that would be helpful for me to have something that I could run out on and go, okay, I've had enough. But
Yeah, unfortunately, Uwe's Bakery and Deli in New Braunfels shut their doors.
oh,
He couldn't find people to work for him.
ain't that
They
ain't that
still they
America?
still make their breads and still sell them through local supermarkets, Arnold's. But unfortunately, they had a small restaurant deli in the front, and they would sell, cakes and Danish and that sort of stuff.
Uh-huh.
They're not doing that anymore. And Kenny is in the house. Place it here. Howdy, feller.
Oh, cool.
And thank you.
I've got a bioptic dash camera coming.
A
It's,
bioptic dash
yeah, it
cam.
has two forward-facing lenses. Be interesting to see what that does. Definitely going to make a huge image because they bring them together. Akio is sending me one. I've got a bunch of, for some reason it's dash cam season. I've got a new one in my truck right now, kind of like the one I gave you, Kai. I bet you it's the same exact damn camera. Looks the same, with the
You know
side
what?
camera
I
that
still
pops
need to
in.
install that blessed thing.
Do what?
I still need to install that thing.
Well, I got another one coming. Same, it's the same camera as that one. And I like it because I like that it's got the magnetic mount and you click it in there and it comes apart really quick. Because if you
Yeah.
don't want it sitting up in your window, you just take it out and disconnect and put it. I have a little baggie I put it in.
Well, I need to find out what I need to do in order to get that thing powered into the truck Because
Use it. I think it's US. Okay. That one might have a mini. There's a USB-C to mini adapter. I actually keep them. I buy them because there are still companies using the mini connectors, and I have a USB to mini adapter like that. I thought I gave you one of those that connects that.
well, it has a cable that plugs in the cigarette lighter.
Yeah, there
But
should
my
be.
cigarette lighter is in the middle of my dash, and then the camera would be right above, and I don't
It
want that
didn't.
wire
You don't
dangling.
have the long cable. The long cables are cheap. Just get any. You just need any long cable that's um, that converts your 12 volt to, I think it's 5 volt or something.
Yeah.
But just they make a lot of. I have to order a part right now for one of them that because I can't connect. I can't install the rear facing camera because they didn't give me the adapter so you can use it for a truck window. So I mean I'm gonna have to do that. Some of these so then when they ask me, hey, why don't you have a review? I'm gonna go like, I'm not gonna review it until I get the part that you didn't give me that I had to pay for. I should make them send it to me. Actually, I should actually send an email right now. Why am I buying that? That sounds stupid. But
Well,
yeah, I think I'll see Kai. I'll see. I think I have a cable I could send you. I think I have one. I have one that you can hardwire into your fuses.
yeah.
Um, I think it has the. I think it has the little. There's a
'Cause
little
my
tiny
truck's been
voltage reg.
broken. Yeah, my truck's been broken into twice now.
Yeah,
So I want the hard wire to where that thing can,
yeah,
keep watch.
yeah. Because I'm
Thank you,
like a
Chris.
huge. I'm giving my daughter my other one. I have one an M55 or something by some, I don't know, some company in wherever, who knows. There's so many out there. But the thing that I like about good dash cameras are the app that comes with them. Most cameras are pretty much the same, but the app really makes things better. You're not just collecting information, you're collecting moving information, your map, your location, your um, you know, so you can actually get screenshots of that. And if you ever have an accident, you got all kinds of information. So
Yeah, no, I want the option where it,
yeah, I got a
starts
cable.
recording.
I've got one. I have one that I just keep in my truck all the time. If you could, to be the easiest, they actually make one that plugs into your module that does all your truck information. They have
Mhm.
one that plugs into that. That would be that's the one you want to get because you just plug it into that and then you just fish it around because that's usually in a good spot. Your what I call that,
The ODB plug,
the one that you use for
the
your engine
ODB2,
diagnostics. Yeah, they just use the power leads off the engine diagnostic, but they actually make. I'll look for one and see if they've got one. But those are easy to install. I've got the one that you have to.
onboard diagnostic,
Yeah,
OBD2.
yeah. So let's see. I'll see if I can find the other one. But I do have one, and I'll give you the one I got because I'm not going to use it. There's one that plugs actually into your fuse box too. There's a lot of hardwire dash. All of these are good that I see in here. The easiest ones are the ones that just plug into your fuses. So you just
Yeah. Oh, I can get a little fuse tap. That's
$17. Yeah, they're this
that's
one with that,
that's that's easy. That's easy enough to do.
and
I just,
you want the
I,
one that's
I
Type
want that
C.
thing. I want that thing to where, at night the gyro, if the gyro gets triggered, it starts recording.
Right. But this one here on Amazon, $17, and it has the Type C and it plugs in. That's a hardwire kit. But I have to, and they're all the same. All of them use the USB-C type, same voltage. They're all running on with the same gear. The cameras are definitely getting better. That's for damn sure. The one that's on now, the camera looks really good. So I'll pull some footage off the one I've got now, but I think it's the same one you have. Looks the same. I don't know if that's 2.7, and this one they went up to.
There's been plenty situations where I'm driving and I'm seeing shit and I'm like, damn it, I wish I had a freaking camera done.
If I see flashing lights ahead, bink, instant, just to catch it. But I don't have a rear camera because usually I get the going in towards it, and then I usually get the shot back.
Yeah, no, I want to.
Karen camera. It's also the Karen camera you want to call it.
Yeah, no, I just want to be able to, record as I'm going, because
this one right here is the best one I'm seeing right here. This one's great, but this one you have to have an adapter. It's USB-C, and I'm almost sure you'd have to check that and to see if it's USB-C. I'm thinking it's not, and you need to get one of these.
I'm not going to go dig that thing out right now. I know where it's at, but
yeah, I'm going to dig it out. It's this thing right here. Boop. You need that one.
okay.
Yeah, it's nice. Just tiny little thing. There's your USB-C, and then there's your USB micro, and then micro. Yeah. But the older cameras, I don't know why they do this. Probably because they got a gazillion of them, and they get a great deal when they build these cameras. But yeah, so that's what I've got on my car right now.
Yeah. And I also got burned today by AliExpress. Little fuckers. Ordered a set of motors and a GPS module. GPS module showed up on time as promised. Motors didn't show up. Waited for another week. Got them, start messaging them. Oh, give us two more weeks. Well, it's been 3 weeks now, and I just got a notification from PayPal that they denied my claim because they say they delivered.
Oh boy!
Yet PayPal won't give me a route or a tracking number that shows that thing was delivered or anything. And of course, you can't get a hold of nobody at PayPal. So the chances we take for ordering through AliExpress. So what kind of Frank from what?
What kind of Frank and from where? Frank.
Yeah, trying to catch up on the chat here.
Huh.
So you're gonna have some Action 5 / Pocket 3 comparison coming up.
Well, it's already posted.
It's already posted.
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't even see that yet.
Well, I did it not too long ago. Like I said, the only thing is I got D-Log footage on one of my 10 bits. That's for Action 4. But I think the Action 4 looks good. I mean, if you put that, if it was in regular color mode, it would look probably a little less dark than the Action 5 is it's overexposed for sure. I would definitely have toned that down. But it was super bright. I'm like looking right into the sun. It's just, so it's auto exposing. And the Pocket 3 is auto exposing. They're all auto exposing. It's just the Action 4 just needs to have just a teeny bit of highlight. If I'd have highlighted the Action 4 just a bit, it would look killer. So It's just you have to make those little adjustments. You can say it's the camera, but it's not. I mean, all those cameras are really good for whatever you want them to do.
What do you think about ELRS? I like ELRS. And now with the new Nomad module, it gets to be pretty much a no-brainer, because the Nomad has two antennas on it, actually has two transmitters on it, and it can transmit in either 2.4 or 2.4 gig or 900 megahertz, which 900 megahertz is what the TVS Crossfire runs on. So you're going to have the best of both worlds on both antennas, because each antenna has two transmitters attached to it, either 900 megahertz or 2.4 gig. So you can do diversity 900 megahertz, you can do diversity 2.4 gigahertz, and you can actually do both. Have one run on 2.4 and the other one on 900. So the receiver that goes with that doing all that is a hefty receiver. It's 20 by 20 mounting, and it's got 4 antennas on it. So you will not put that on a mini quad. But
Yeah, the only thing right now is that with your ELRS receiver that you have, if you don't put it perfect, you get those dead spots. And
well, ELRS on the 2.4, I would recommend as a diversity, and then you mount your antennas crosswise, so one flat, one upright, so you don't have no dead spots.
yeah,
That's kind of what happened to Buster here. We had the antenna mounted horizontally, and he went into a turn and put the dead spot to himself, and that's
when
what
I was
happened
flying
to
the
him.
Pablo 20 the other day, I was going away from me when I first was flying. And as I was flying away, you get the audible,
Yeah.
you lose whatever OSD. But anyway, I was just flying away straight away. Both the antenna on my controller, I should probably just flip my antenna sideways like this when I'm flying. That would help too, because then you know that if you're going to fly straight and level all the time, that you're always going to nail that freaking. But yeah,
No.
just for a second,
Oh,
and then I turned around.
you want them, if the antenna on the quad is mounted horizontally, you want the antenna on your radio horizontal.
Oh, you want it flat?
Yeah.
Huh.
You either want them vertical or horizontal, but you don't want to mix them.
Okay.
Unless you got a diversity receiver, then put one each.
Okay.
Okay. But the problem is on the antenna, and let's see, we'll just grab this thing right here. Going out the side here, and this is actually a TBS antenna, but it doesn't matter. Same principle applies. Straight out from here, there is no reception. Okay. It gets reception on the long arm of it, not on the point of it. Okay. So no, think of it as a giant mushroom, but here there's nothing.
Right. So
There's a dead spot.
when you're facing the side, that's when I lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's when I lost.
when the thing turns like this toward you,
Right.
that's where you have the least reception.
Right.
So
That's
the
exactly
900
where.
megahertz is less susceptible to it than the 2.4 gig.
Yeah.
On 2.4 gig, that feature is more.
That's where Mr. Croc got lost.
That's what happened to Mr. Croc. You were what, almost a mile out with them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was close, but
Yeah.
I was pointed the wrong way. It was
But
way out there. Yeah.
But
It was out. It was out a
you
good
were a bit out, and you start turning, and you put that dead spot toward you,
dead,
and that's
and it
what
was
killed
dead. It was lost. It was instant. It wasn't even. And with the with the lollipop antennas, you don't have that same issue.
Oh, the lollipops are a whole different animal.
but you don't have that same dead hole. It's
Yeah.
it's
Circular
just
polarization works best since it doesn't have dead spots generally.
generally, yeah.
But I mean, then you have all this bullshit between linear and circular polarized antennas, especially with the new DJI systems. You know, my recommendation still stands: stay in your lane. You know, use the Vistas and the original Air units was the V1, V2 goggles. Use the O3 was the goggles too, and try to stay away from the O3 and the goggles 3 until they figure out a fix for that problem. So, but Jack or Scott, I'm holding off on that Nomad module right now. I've got a feeling that Radio Master is going to come up with a radio that's going to have the Nomad built into it. And yeah, DJI uses diversity, even though, you know, the O3 has a single antenna, looks like a single antenna. There's actually two antennas in there that are at a 45-degree offset. But they're it's still two linear antennas, really. So,
I just shared that screenshot of that just so you can see that really quick. The camera comparison right there. Just,
there we go.
yeah. And like I said, the Action 4 is in D-Log M, which is not fair. But if I would have put highlights in there, most people would have liked the Action 4 footage. Usually that's the case. Action 5 is just plain old D-Log normal. And same thing with Pocket 3. So I only got a small window here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
But yeah, so that's just, you can see that's why the darkness, it has nothing to do with the cameras are going to perform. And like I said, a lot of people prefer the 4 because they don't like the brightness. They like the old school DJI, you know, kind of solemn, dark shades. And you can see that the Pocket is more traditional. And then the Action 5 is new. You can see how the highlights are different on the 5 versus the 3. It's just it's more like basically DJI is copying they're copying the peep for the people that like the GoPro and the in the Insta360 Ace. They like that lighter, more highlighty image. So, and all these I would color graded. I would have colored all of these differently. I would have graded every single one of them so they would have been more the same. I have a
Yeah.
tool
Well,
that I can.
Chuck's just asking, is your shirt blank? Looks like it needs to be graded.
Yes, it is black. Yep. Yes, it is. So, yeah, but like I said, the purpose was just to look at it. And if I would have had the Action 4 in its native tongue, which it should have been, it's okay. It's, you know, people understand what they're seeing. So and really the message is they're all really good. So there it is. If you got $299, you go with the Action 4, or you wait for it. You just go on the aftermarket and find one for $250 or cheaper. And the Pocket 3s, you're never going to get cheap. And the Action 5, you'll just got to wait. But it sounds like the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 is supposed to be $399. They're just killing GoPro with their prices. These Chinese companies are just punching them in the face over and over again. And I love it.
GoPro needs to get away from that subscription bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I don't like how their audio works. Why don't if DJI needs or GoPro needs a mic. If they get a mic, now they've got a competitive product. The mic system on these all works with all of those cameras. I can take that mic 2 and connect it to all 3 of those cameras. The only reason why I didn't have a third mic 2 is because I don't want to spend $100 on a mic 2 that I don't need. I've got 2 of them now. I've got a mic 2 that's for my pocket and a mic 2 for the Action 5. The Action 4, I was using the Rode 2. And I think I had, the Rode 2 was a little quieter, but I could have just turned up the gain. I just needed to pop the gain up a little bit.
And Scott has another question. Have you ever had the SD card slot messed up on air unit or O3 units? Mine will not eject the card.
They do that. They get sticky. You just got to push it in there and get it out. It'll come out. Just get something small and just
take like a penny or something to push on the end of that card.
Yeah. You don't want to mess around too much. Kai gets freaky when I get these out. He gets really nervous.
Yeah.
But this would work for me. I would
the handle of that would work much better than the tip.
Yeah, he hates it when you get the little sharp tips on there, but I understand what he's saying. Don't stab it and kill it. Just all you're trying to do is they get stuck in the case. So you just need to, but it's not broke. It's just a little bit. It gets like that.
Just put a little KY jelly in there.
You could put a little Vaseline on there.
Little Astroglide. Lube it up a little bit.
Oh my God, there's some great Diddy videos out right now. Oh my gosh, one was the lube. Did you see that one? They had these 3 shady characters come up to a really dark car, and the guy was saying, I am his bodyguard, and so we're lube salesmen. And they had different levels, and he had this red stuff that was like, I forget what the name was, but it was like killer red freaking super lube. And of course he took that one. Oh, how did we get to super lube?
So,
but I think it'd have a bad unit. First time I've ever had this problem. It just happened. I've got one that does it too. It's okay. It'll stop doing it. It might be the card. The card could have a little bit of a raised edge on it. I would try that before you just crap can your whole entire air unit. You could send it to me.
Yeah. We're
I'll take one for the team. I'll take that air unit for the team. I'll just put it on another quad.
Frank is asking about Air 3S. Yeah, there's some in the works. We've seen the pictures. It's just a matter of them that thing actually getting released. But I mean, let's get the Neo out, for crying out loud.
Oh my God.
Because this guy
forgot all about
to blow a gasket about not having this new toy yet.
Holy.
And you gotta wait another 2 weeks before that thing ships.
Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, this is the worst ever. I mean, there's been every kind of video ever made for this thing already. Not a single person owns it, except for there's probably 100 out there. I can guess there's maybe 100. Maybe less than 100. Maybe there isn't 100. But oh my God, it's just. And anyway, it's not good anyway. I mean.
So, but I mean,
that is good. Get one of these. This thing will freaking make your life so much better. I would own this 100 times before a Neo, and I haven't flown the Neo yet. This thing rips.
Well, I'm going to go over to my other little rant right now. And that's 5:23.
You got 7 minutes to rant.
So CADX.
Oh boy, here we go.
For the Goggles X.
Right. I forgot about
came out, was an analog module for it.
I think you need to go full
Actually,
screen.
when they start selling this thing, they say, there's a board up in here that's user replaceable, and when we have the upgrade in the future, you just swap out the board and everything be happy. Well, we've got the upgrade board, except it doesn't go in here, it goes on top. Okay. And if you can see it, you stick in a square peg into a round hole again. Because you see all that gap? It's absolutely ridiculous. And then it gets better yet, because now you got to hook this thing to your goggles. Well, it's got its own little power cable. So then you got one cable here and one cable there. So that gets the power to it. Well, but that's not enough. Now we got to get this stupid connector in there yet. So that goes from here to there. And now we've got all these extra freaking cables hanging along the goggles. I mean, this is the biggest freaking bull crap CADX could have come out with. And you can get an analog module on it now, but it sits on top and is only held by these little connector. Notice this little push-in connector. This is absolutely flipping worthless.
I mean, they can't make a nice connected thing on the side. They can't mold it somewhere. They just make a box with sticky shit.
Yeah, it's a box with some
Ultra Glide
two-sided sticky thing on there. At least it's clear, but it doesn't fit on the freaking goggles. Look at the flipping gap in the front there. And the thing is, if you want to use those new gimbals that they come out with, you got to have this module hooked up, because that's where the gyro's in that controls the freaking gimbal. I've been one of the biggest proponents of the system, but this is fucking bullshit. Sorry, y'all. Excuse my language, but
no,
this is
it's
just
all justified
a freaking
language.
disappointment. Not to mention all these extra connectors that nobody knows what the hell they're good for. And as I just found out, this is the port for firmware upgrades. Now you got to have another fucking dongle to update the damn firmware in this thing.
Can this hurt anymore?
Now, to be fair, they did give you this thing for free. You only had to pay for the shipping, which was $10. So, but instead of,
and you can stick it,
redesigning this little top thing here to where, they could have, built this in and get power to it from, within the goggles. No, that would have been too easy. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, to put it mildly. And I see you holding up your DJI crap all there. But I mean, DJI's got their own issues right now with the Goggles 3 and the O3.
I don't have a little tiny plastic worthless follow me drone. Think about that one. I had this in 48 hours, and the little freaking plastic follow me drone, I've been.
It'll be done in 48 days. Sounds perfectly reasonable.
And I'm thinking very strongly about, when the Air 3S comes out, that I'm going to go fly a FEMI V3 or something. Because to be quite honest, I think somebody made a very good statement. We're looking for a DJI replacement.
Yeah,
FEMI's
we
got a
are.
1/2-inch sensor mini drone out, and maybe I should go fly that.
Well, we'll all be looking for a DJI replacement here before long, because that
If
DJI band picks up more and more momentum.
if DJI if this officially happens, I've already got a bike that I've got scoped out that I'm going to buy. I already know the bike that I want. I'll go. I'm doing good on e-bikes. If I buy this bike that's available right now, I've got 2 months of videos just with that bike.
Yeah.
And I enjoy riding bikes. I don't have one right now. If I had I'm actually like dreaming about bikes right now.
I'm pretty confident we're still going to see the Air 3S.
I want a Mavic 4 at this. I'm not even like, I know the Air 3S can be amazing. I want something different. Mavic 4. I want that giant, ugly, freaking
Fuck that.
90.
I want a Phantom 5. Old school.
The Phantom 5. Hold on, I got a phone call.
Oh, there's that call. Well, who's feeding mosquitoes? Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, Kenny, you probably need a decent foldable e-bike to throw in your car while you're out on your assignments.
The bike I'm looking at right now, the one that I'm thinking about, is a dual motor. It's a dual at the 1,000-watt front and rear. And there's 2 different companies that make it. Ridstar is one of them. Amiet is the other. And both of them are really good. Both of them would be good. And but the Ridstar bike is the one that's foldable. It's a Ridstar dual motor. You want the dual motor because the dual motor will go up the freaking side of a mountain. And if you're a big dude, yeah, big dude.
We need a bike with training wheels for the likes of Kelly.
Yeah. I love the scooters too.
Oh,
man.
you don't laugh at Kelly, because Kelly at least has his Neo.
I'm going to rip on the Neo. I'm going to have fun just being an anti-Neo reviewer. This is going to be 5 reasons why the Neo sucks ass. That's going to be my first video. So don't get dust on your FPV birds, man. Go get a little one. Get a little one and buzz it around. I think that's the key. Is don't spend a bunch of money. Go get a small one. Throw one of those air units on there and just do some low.
Don't feel bad about dust on your FPV birds. I've got a bunch of dust on mine too.
This is the one you want to fly around. This little 20, any 20 of any kind, whatever works price wise.
My 20 still sits on the box behind me.
Well, and then get this. I really like this this air unit. What they did to this is not even screwed on there. It's just friction mounted in there. It's freaking great. They did a really nice job with this. So Beta FPV freaking
just be aware when you install your own air unit, make sure you install your camera right side up.
Yeah, you can install them upside down, and it sucks to flip it over. You have to take all the screws out, and it is shock mounted too in there, so it does have a nice little cushion. All right, we got to go. I got to go have tacos. It's taco time.
And
you got to have a birthday,
and I got to have birthday dinner. So we'll see y'all next week, same time, same place.
Yep. Fly sub 250, guys. Find a little sub 250. That'll take care of your problems.
That'll solve it all, so to speak. So, any more words of wisdom, Dan?
That and a Black Forest cake, that would always help too.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go have me some steak and maybe some cheesecake or something.
So steak and potato. You guys going out to steak place?
Yep.
Nice. Is that the steak place where you get the big porterhouse?
No, we're going to get a big blooming onion to go with it.
Ooh, I like those too. That sounds good. Right?
Yeah. Diet. The hell was the diet?
No, I love those big onions. Mm.
Roll me into my next year.
All righty.
All right. Have a good night. Y'all, thank you. If you hit that thumbs up on the way out, please, I appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
See you, guy.